the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation, man. So it's gonna be a try-some time in that day, man. If people ain't got nothing to eat, you'll see a real monster when people get hungry, man. When they famished, man, they'll eat their own kids, man. They did in the scriptures, man. You know, even in 70 AD, man, ate leather. They gonna do it again, man. And it says, Luke 21:25. It says, now where did I leave off at? I left off at 24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, which they were, right? And in this particular time, you're going to be led away to concentration camps, man. You know? It said, you know, in 70 AD, you know, Esau done it. So he's basically trying to put us in slavery again, man. But it's going to fail, man, because the Lord Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver us, man. You know? He didn't come back then. I'm pretty sure them disciples thought he was coming back then because they kept asking, when is this kingdom going to come? But it's in this time now. In the regenerations, in the reincarnations that most of you people don't believe in. It says,
I have a question. Do you want this?
No. Thank you.
Where's your lady? What you got to eat?
Hey,
you want it?
What you got, girl?
Spinach artichoke dip.
Why y'all
it says,
for the shoot shot, man? I'm eating
it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, until their kingdom is coming to the end. So they trodden down Jerusalem, they took it over. And what do you have there now? You have Khazars that are in that land now.
He said you get your boots to work, Sean, anytime.
And it says, trodden down by the Gentiles, who were the natural Gentiles, Esau them, man. It says, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, until their kingdom is, the time of their kingdom is coming to the end. And that's now, man. We in that time right now. We see it crumbling little by little, man. The debt is 20 trillion, headed to 21 trillion. You know, the dollar ain't no value in the dollar. Everybody is kicking the dollar back. They're going to the Bitcoin platform. You know, they go into a coin-based platform. But basically, you can buy with coins, and you can buy. You cut out basically like the middleman. You basically take a coin. You can take a coin and buy a house in Japan if you got enough coins. Just deal with the person to person. So the dollar is finished, man. It's finished. And it says, verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon earth, distress of nations with perplexity. Right? That means perplexity means with anguish. It's going to be straits and conflicts and chaos, man. And that's what's going on now, man. You think the wildfires is burning out there in California, you think that's not chaos, man? That's chaotic, man. It's chaotic when it snows in Texas and Louisiana, man, and Mississippi. It never snows, man. It's a chaotic situation for them people. You know? And it says, with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So men's hearts are going to fail for fear when martial law comes, man. Their hearts are going to fail when martial law comes, when the sedition among men comes, when there's no food, when it's famished, their hearts are going to be failing. then when they look up in the sky and they see the chariots, man, their hearts are really gonna fail when they see the chariots. And more, they just gonna completely wanna give up the ghost when they see the nukes coming to their faces, man. The scriptures, man, it says in the scriptures. The Psalms that say these words are pure, so this is gonna happen, man. And a lot of people don't believe it. They don't believe it's gonna happen. This is Romans. The book of Romans. Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Question. Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Right? So, it says, should their unbelief make the faithfulness of God without effect? Just because they don't believe, that means the Lord not going to carry out his plan? No, the Lord is going to carry out his plan to the fullest, man. His chess moves have been made, man. Esau in America, man, y'all are in checkmate right now. Under the Lord's plan, man. These Edomites don't see it, man. But they're finished, man. Just because they don't believe, just because 2/3 of our people don't believe in the scriptures, does that mean the Lord not going to carry out the plan? That's the question. Because you don't believe. Hey, man, the Lord's plan is going to carry out. It's going to be fulfilled, man. Because the scriptures tell you, it already speaks of the destruction is already came. It already speaks of the kingdom is already been established, man. So that means we're just mainly here playing the part out, man. It's already happened. We're coming playing the manifestation of it in the physical form. Playing it back, rewind. You know, the story's been written, rewind and put the people in there, let the parts go. You know? It's like that old football game we used to play back in the 70s, man. You line up your players and you cut it on and they just move where they go. The pieces gonna go where they go. The parts are gonna move where they gonna move. And every now and then when you don't want when you get stuck on the side, what do? You move the piece a little bit to make it go in the direction you want it to go. That's what the Lord is doing here, man. He's orchestrating it, man. You know? He's orchestrating your destruction, Esau. You know? And that is coming soon, man. That destruction is coming soon. Luke 10. Luke 10. As we read earlier, that Esau has a short time, man. He's gonna bring wrath on the inhabitants, man. Because he really wish the inhabitants he's gonna try to bring the wrath on or the nation of Israel. Because he know he has a short time, right? This is Luke 10, 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So this Satan is fall from heaven, meaning what? This is the counterpart Esau falling from his rulership, man. Like lightning. Lightning is fast, man. So this kingdom and this rulership is gonna fall fast, man. It might not seem like it's falling, but you gotta remember, one day of the Lord is 1,000 years of our time. And 1,000 years of our time is one day of the Lord. So this actual Satan falling from heaven like lightning is really happening fast, man. It's happening like right before our eyes, man. He's doing a marvelous work in front of many of these people's eyes with the men of the Lord on the highways and byways. But these people are not taking heed, man. So that's why when this death and destruction come, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be, we told you so. The scriptures told you so. The Lord just put it in our mouth to come out and speak his words, man. You know?
Hey, where are you?
Let's see, it's Joel.
Where are you?
Because they getting ready to fight, man. The Lord is orchestrating this whole thing to take place. They getting ready to shoot missiles upon each other, man. Sloppy. Put my glasses on. This is Joel 3:1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time shall I bring again the captivity." It says, "I will gather all the nations and will bring them down unto the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." Right? So he's gonna basically enter them into that judgment. That's what the Lord is going to do. And he says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." They have divided up the land and scattered them among the nations, because you have a lot of our people. They're scattered among those heathens, man. That's why the scripture said that we would be scattered. The scripture said we would be scattered. This is where the Lord is gathering the nations in that region where you see Iran, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Egypt, right? This is the land, man. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Syria, Iraq, Saudi, that whole area. That's where the Lord is gathering up the people, the nations, man. Right? And he says, verse 9, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," right? It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," meaning what? We're going to utter it loudly, right? It says, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men," meaning stir them up. It says, the mighty men are the brave and the strong, man. The armies, man. You know? Those are their logos, the brave and the strong, a few good men. So they're going to stir up these militaries, and they're going to, which the military, they always been over there in Egypt back with Anwar Sadat and them in the 70s. Then they came back in 1991, Desert Storm. They went over there in 1991, and they ain't never left, man. And it says, "Let the men of war draw near, let them come up." So what you hear now in the military, they're preparing for war. They're making sure the tracks are right on the tanks. They're making sure all the barrels are lubricated right, so the weapons won't jam up. They're checking all their body armor. They're checking all their gear to make sure everything is in operational form to go to war, man. That's what they're doing right now. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles." What are we proclaiming? We're proclaiming the deliverance of the elect, man. That's what we're gonna proclaim, and the destruction of our enemies, man. Total annihilation of our enemies, man. First and foremost, Esau, man, and all you other nations who had a part in touching us, man. Because the main thing, when you touch us, it says in Zechariah, the 2nd chapter, we are the apple of the Lord's eye. You touch the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And you weren't supposed to do that. You know? Move this around here just a little bit. Just a little bit. And it says, verse 10, Joel 3 and 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And you have those pruning hooks and plowshares. Those are agriculture tools to farm with. Now, those countries that I just showed you on that map, those are agricultural countries, man. But the scriptures say, beat your plowshares into swords and pruning hooks into spears, meaning the money that they would get from agriculture, they're getting it now. They're putting it towards weaponry, man. They're putting it towards nuclear arsenals. Those people in the Middle East are sending certain scientists to go to school over here and to learn how to create nuclear missiles, man, to create bombs and whatnot. You know? It says, assemble yourselves and come ye all heathen and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, and the mighty ones are the angels. Gather yourselves about in that land of Harmagat, the mountain of troops, man, the valley of decision, Jehoshaphat, man. And it says, verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit and judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is going to sit there and judge you. That's where he's going to judge you. That's where he's going to give you your sentence, man. Right? He's gonna sentence you to basically like death, man. You know, that's gonna be the sentence, man. He's gonna sit back and watch you basically die in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. That's what's going down. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down for the press. Get you down for the press is full, and the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. So the wickedness is overflowing in the world, man, basically. It says the vats are full. That's like with the wine press, when you stuff it with the grapes, right? When it's so full, you see the blood of the grapes running off the side, man. So that means that's symbolic. It's a lot of wickedness, man. The wickedness running over in this place, man. You know? It says multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision, meaning many armies, man. They're gonna be in that valley over there, ready to fight, man. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And that's when them nukes hit, man. That smoke from them nukes is gonna have everything dark. And it says, the Lord Yahweh also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. And they're gonna shake.